What's up guys, Barry Gaming back here, and today we're going to be trying out a brand new game just released called Go Muffin. It is an MMORPG that you guys get to play on your phone. Absolutely amazing, cute, really awesome looking graphics. You got a bunch of different classes to pick from, and we're going to be going over it just right now. Don't worry, we're going to be giving you all the codes, all the breakdowns, and why this game deserves a try. Now, when you first jump into Go Muffin, you'll immediately get your first choice to pick your class. And let's be honest, your archetype is kind of like your personality in a game. Me personally, I pick Sword Bear. There's a lot of different options here. More of an offensive melee type hero. Following up after that, there is the Acolyte. This is kind of like a cleric type hero that is going to be part of that Holy Trinity, the healing portion right here. After that, there is the Shadow Lash, which is kind of like an assassin rogue type hero. Really awesome, fast pace, and tons of damage. We of course have the Scholar, which is going to be dishing out tons of elemental types of damage. Really fun. And wrapping it up, we have the Archer Ranger type archetype. If you guys like dealing damage from afar but you're not quite into the magical skills, this hero is going to be for you. Now, if this is already piquing your interest, make sure you guys do one thing real quick. Go down in the description, go down in the comments, make sure you use our link. Click that link, you'll be able to jump into the game immediately. You can play it on PC, you can play it on mobile. There's a lot of different options through their website. Now, one of my favorite things in any MMO is making the customized hero, making the hero feel like it is your hero. And not only can you change between, the male and female forms, there's different hairstyles, which honestly, I like. I always like the more anime style hairstyles, if I do say so myself. I guess I should use the red one, since the beard and everything like that. There's even some other options to change kind of like your disposition, your face, whether you want it to be a little different. And there's even different voice lines, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys creating this character. This is going to be, there's only one option, right? The name's got to be Barry, right? Like, it's just starting our journey. We're going to get through this. So I'm going to be grinding a bunch this week in this game. I'm going to show you guys a lot of different things. I'm going to give you guys some tips. I'm going to show you guys some really awesome gameplay because there's dungeons, there's PvE, there's PvP. There's so many things to do in this game, and I've been addicted. So I'm starting my new account with you guys, and let's see what we get into. So one of the best things about Go Muffin is the fact that unlike other MMOs out there that require you to spend your entire life grinding in the game to get anything done, you'll notice just about everything here is done automatically. You don't have to do the combat manually. You can go ahead and equip different types of skills. And then in the meantime, you can just go along and auto fight all these enemies. Beyond that, there are some really cool bosses to go through and fight as well. And as you guys can see, if you guys like cutscenes like I do, you will find a ton of them in here. You'll see some little cute bosses like you see with the Slime King. But again, all you have to do is equip your team. Now, you can go ahead and use different skills as you want. And you'll notice one of your abilities is simply auto cast. So again, combat is extremely easy. Hands off, you can do as little or as much as you want, and then hey, you get some rewards for getting some boss kills and some enemy kills. You're gonna be getting a ton of different things, and like I said, you just can AFK, let it do the grinding for you. No more spending 10 hours a day grinding in your favorite or best MMO that you love, and just feel like you're completely wasting your time, because this game really respects your time. So as time goes on, you're going to be grinding tons of mobs. Luckily, like I said, you can even go AFK. You can still participate in a lot of these battles if you really want to, but to be honest, a lot of these kind of AFK grinding battles, you can kind of just go through with your basic attack, because you do get teamed up with a party member, which is also really cool. And beyond that, you start getting to unlock a bunch of different things. You can continue to level up your skills so you get even more damage, more power. Really cool. You slowly start building all these up. You start unlocking more ability slots, which is fun too. Beyond that, one thing I really like in this game are the talent trees. The talent trees actually make you make some decisions. I think technically you can get everything down the road, but making sure you go the right path and getting a really cool ability, really awesome. I love that about it as well. Beyond that too, there are tons of pieces of gear to get, to upgrade, to enhance them to higher levels, to give you guys more stats. And what's really cool is it feels just like a normal, like full-blown MMO with all these attacks, crit stats, all these things. It's absolutely amazing. And then when you do get some duplicates from dungeons, which I'm about to show you guys here, you can upgrade them to higher tiers. So let's jump into that right now, because beyond just claiming out all these little rewards that we get constantly for doing some really fun stuff, there's probably one of my favorite things in the game, and that is in the form of dungeons. You can see right here we just unlocked an additional one too. We're gonna start off with rifts. So rifts are really awesome. You can get tons of gear, you can get rift supply coupons, all these fun things. And what's really cool, it has an automatic matchmaking system, so you don't have to try to find your own groups or anything. You can pick what your role is. Me personally, I built my guy a little bit more like a tank, and then once you're ready, you just hit that check mark button and you jump into the battle. Now, I really like dungeons too, because it is very much kind of like just an AFK style again, because again, we're playing on mobile. That's amazing that you can do so many things AFK style. That's the thing. I mean, we love mobile games here, right? That are just AFK and idle. So what happens here is when you jump into battle, you're going to start moving around as a party. Of course, you can see me right up front there as the tank. Most of your abilities will be auto cast. However, some abilities, like I have here, a very defensive shield one, I can trigger myself, so I can turn it on when I want, because again, if you know what the enemies are going to do, it helps a ton to be able to save cooldowns for certain times, especially if you're pushing harder content. When I did this at level like 18 or whatever, it was much more difficult. But now that we've gotten a few levels, we're gonna kind of steamroll through this, which is really cool. And the best part about this is you have like a little mini boss, and then you have a full-blown dungeon boss battle, which is really cool. I love it. The art style is something I absolutely love. It's so cute, but also really cool animations and graphics too, so it's like the perfect combination for me, in my opinion. So you can see here we're going up against this big old boss, and we are going to be able to again pop cooldowns when we want to, in order to you know, just make sure we don't get completely one shot by stuff. You can see here bosses do have multiple HP bars, which is kind of a cool thing that I like from a lot of ARPGs and MMOs out there. Really awesome. You see we broke through the shield, and then of course we're going to cast ours once again. You see in the back, I think this is a cleric in the back, the healer class, and then we have two assassins, rogue type heroes, and then we have us, the vanguard warrior tank type hero, which is really cool. So again, most of your skills are just auto cast, which makes this very calm. In reality, you could put just all auto cast abilities on it, and then you can just set it, let it go, grab something to eat, go grab a drink, go to the bathroom, wait to come back, and then once you're done, you're going to be getting a big chest here towards the end. So we're about to finish the boss up. 5 2 1 0. We are going to get some loot. So you can see right here, you can use energy, which of course you can buy more of every single day. And these are going to give you rewards, including gear. Now, the one really cool thing about gear too is it can be upgraded if you have like duplicates and stuff. We're going to jump out of this party right now since we got what we needed. And I'm going to show you guys, see how there's some new items here. You'll see some of them are upgrades, so we're going to equip it immediately. Whereas other ones, they might have some good stats, but we're like, oh, well, we already have that item. Well, you can go to advance the item to higher tiers to give additional stats down the road, which is really cool. And of course, as you go further on down the tree, there's additional things. But the way that you can advance your hero, there's a bunch of different progression systems, which is really cool. Beyond that, there's even some chests that give you different things and different content. Now, the second one I want to show you is the one that we just unlocked today on my new account, Dragon Bounty. So once again, we are going to be jumping into the battle. Same exact system pretty much as the dungeons and everything. We are basically just going to be doing a matchmaking queue. Now, sometimes it can take a little longer, sometimes a little shorter, kind of depends on what roles are needed, because again, at the end of the day, we're building these raid groups, these dungeon groups that need to have good compositions. So getting the right team a lot of times is one of the most important things possible. You can, of course, create your own party, invite people, and see other parties that are available. So you can see here, oh, these teams are actually doing good, so we can drop out of matchmaking, and we can instead be like, well, you know what? This group has a scholar already on it. This group here has an acolyte. You know what? I want to join the acolyte group, mainly because we can kind of fill that tank role. We already have a healer, and look at that, we got our team together. So you can do any way you want it. You can control the team you want, and then once that happens, you're just waiting on the leader to start it up. So once you finally put your team together, which again, you want to make sure it is a smart built team, you are going to want someone to be healing for something like this, because it is going to be quite a bit of damage. Now, one thing that's really cool I didn't talk about previously either, you can actually do like voice chat and everything in here too. If you want to try to coordinate with your team, things like that, it's something you can do. There's also, of course, the in-game chat menu that you can use as well. But again, once again, you're using all of your abilities pretty much the same. However, this time we're going up against a really awesome dragon. So you can see here, you can move around, you can, you know, cast our shields and everything. You can also change your location. So you notice how you have these buttons over here. These are going to let you move to different locations. So I can move myself over to this side here if I want to be the tank and direct the enemy fire away from us. You can see here too, there's also this little, like, you don't want to be in this zone. So mobility is something you need to do. However, it's much easier than a traditional game where you're having to use WASD, stuff like that. You see right here, they all need to move. Otherwise, they are going to get hit with that huge attack. And you see they did take quite a bit of damage over there. So we need to try to make sure we stay in front of our teammates here. Again, you need to make sure you're moving out of the way. And this is a much bigger fight, all things considered. I mean, you can see how much HP the boss has here. Making sure we have heals going in on ourselves too is very, very important. We do need to move once again. We're going to shield ourselves up. Try to take all the aggro away from the boss here. There are a ton of HP bars, and sometimes you go into this a little bit too early and you do get burst down. So there is still a chance to have the team win. There is a revive timer, but again, if you are just kind of going in a little too early, you're not quite strong enough, go back, grind, go ahead and AFK, beat out those levels and everything, get stronger, and then come back once again. Now, besides that, there's always one thing I love in every game. You guys know it. It is the summoning here. Now, one thing that's really cool about this game is you're actually summoning for skills in this situation instead of heroes that you do in a lot of other games. And it's really, really awesome because these skills are going to, number one, help you upgrade your existing skills. You can also find new additional skills to slot into your hero, whether active skills, passive skills. There's a lot of different options. That's going to be a good one. Did you see that? Hold on. Wait a minute. We just got a thunderclap ability. Amazing. Always love thunderclap in games like this, so that is really, really awesome. Can we get something good too? We got thunder thrust, which is going to be an upgrade, and ooh, aggressive offense. Actually, I don't think we have that one just yet. We do have 2 more summons to go here. So what do we get here? Power of thunder, and the last one here we're going to do, we are going to get, okay, lightning burst. Ooh, aggressive offense. Nice. Not bad. You know what? I'm just gonna wait to do this here. I think I can get 1 more summon off of this, and we're gonna get that one here. So yeah, you can purchase a single one. Let's do 1 more 10 pull. You can of course use like your diamonds in this game too. You can see here, they're called sterilite, so you can use those as well. But all these skills actually end up being very, very useful, because now if we go back to our skill tree here, we can now star them up because we have these additional shards, which means the ability is going to be doing more for us, which is amazing. So you can see there, we can star up a bunch of these skills here. What it also means now is we can now upgrade some of these skills to be a higher version of themselves, which means more damage, more abilities, and there's even ones like this that we can just upgrade all of them. Even the lower tier stuff can get upgraded to higher tiers, which is amazing. I love how that works out too. And then beyond that, you can actually take a look and see all of your skills too. So even ones that you might not have even used just yet, you can still upgrade. You see a lot of these still have lots of ways to upgrade them, and this is going to help increase the power of your hero. You know how we were kind of failing in that the raid kind of we were doing? Well, this is actually going to help us a ton get additional power. As you can see, HP levels are going up. Everything is going up here, and you can upgrade so many different things, get more power on your account, and keep on going. Now, one last thing I want to talk about, as always, in MMOs, you want to be joining a guild. Doing things with your guild is going to be extremely important. You can see there's a very high demand because a lot of people are joining a lot of these guilds. Some of them you can simply one-click join. Other ones you need to apply, but it's really cool because you have this little home base of operations. There's some daily login check-ins type things. You get to water the tree, you can spend more, and this is going to help your guild out do more progression. There are guild quests to accomplish to give rewards, which is awesome. And then as you go further on, there's different game modes, including co-op modes, that are really, really awesome to do. Join a guild, it's going to give you some additional resources, which is going to help progress your account. So if you're like me and you absolutely love MMOs, but you honestly just don't quite have enough time nowadays, this game, Go Muffin, is absolutely amazing. You can play it on your phone, you can play it on PC. There's a bunch of different download locations. Click the link down below, either in the description of the video or in the first comment I'm going to have pinned down there. You download through our link, you're going to be able to get access to this. There's going to be a bunch of promo codes for this game because, again, it just launched. So if you ever want to get in very early on a game, right now is the perfect time. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.